So hello everyone, this is Coding with Ojas and today I'm going to be talking about two Python features which I really liked. Okay, these are not features but some information which I learned from past few days. Okay, and yeah, I know I'm not making videos really that often like other YouTubers who are making every day. But but I mean okay, I'm also stuck in other work and everything, so that's why. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the first feature. So the first Python feature is this new programming technique. We call it currying, and it is mainly called function inside a function. Okay, and then you return that function. The outer function returns that inner function. Okay, so currying is mainly used in these type of cases. So let's say you want to make double, triple, and quadruple functions. Okay, so you would make define the double that will have that will have one that will have one parameter, that is the number. This will be an int. I mean, you could also have it as a double, but let's keep this simple. And this will be returning an integer. Okay, now after this, what we will do is just return num into 2. Okay, this will be the double function. Now you would do the triple function, which now this will get a little boring. So num int integer and then integer. Now this is getting repetitive, right? Return num oopsies 3. Okay, now this is already getting very repetitive and you would just not feel like making the functions anymore. Okay, now we will follow the dry principle. Don't repeat yourself, and this is kind of feeling repetitive. So to fix this problem, we have currying. So what is currying? We can define a function inside a function. So define, let's do multiplication setup. You'll soon see why I'm calling it multiplication setup. I'll show you soon. This will return this will return, this will return a function. Okay, so you must do one thing. You must import the callable type from collections.abc. So from collections.abc import cal callable, and you must put it here. Okay, don't really follow me, this is just information I wanted to tell you. Okay, don't think that whatever I'm writing is you must do it right now. It's just information, you could sit back and relax. Okay, so multiplication setup, this is a callable and we will have a parameter multiplier. This will be an integer. Okay, let's keep it simple, an integer. Hmm. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we are going to make another function. Define, this will be the multiply function. It's basically your choice what you want to name this. Okay, um yeah, so this will be returning an integer. Okay, so this will have the num parameter, which is also an integer. Okay, then this will multiply, this will return num into the multiplier. Okay, I don't really know if you can understand this right now, but I will soon explain you. Okay, now after returning this, now we are going to return this function inside the outer function. So return multiply. Don't write the brackets. If you write the brackets, it will call it right away. Don't write the brackets. Okay, and after that, now you can write some code. So okay, so now before we had to make different functions for different like functions. Okay, kind of. So we would for double we have to create a function again, and then for triple we had to do that again. But now this is just a simple one liner. Double is equal to multiplication setup. The multiplier will be, let's do 2. Double meaning 2 only. And then now what we could do is print double, and let's do 5. Let's double 5. Okay, now already you must be understanding now. So this one function can do all of the work of creating double and triple and quadruple. Now this is just a one liner. Okay, so that's why we were returning callable, because we are returning the multiply function we made here. Okay, the main thing about this is that it's very like short. The code has become shorter. So now let's run this. So we must go to our terminal. Now we are in here only. Let's okay. Now when we double 5, we get 10 over here. So if you see, this is 10. This is really nice, right? You won't have to write too much code now. Okay, now let's say you want a triple function. Very simple. Triple is equal to multiplication setup 3. Okay, let's copy this. Command C, Command V. Okay, now let's triple 5. So triple, triple. Okay, now let's run this. Yes. So now we can double, and we can also now triple. The triple of 5 is 15. And if you are seeing here, this is like very easy. This is become very simple now, making function. So let's do quadruple, yes, quadruple, multiplication setup 4. Okay, let's quadruple this now. So let's quadruple 5. Okay, quadruple. Let's run this again, and you see here we have got 20. Okay, so using coding you can make your code very short, and this is really nice too. Okay, now let's move on to the second main info that I learned. Okay, now there are actually two types of this. Okay, so so what I'm calling it is making objects without using classes. Okay, so what's actually the definition of objects? Okay, what's the definition of the objects? So definition of objects is that it is object is like a container that holds variables, or what you call properties, and functions which you call methods. Okay, that is basically the object. Okay, there are more advanced concepts, but this is basically the simple version. Okay, now objects you could use. Now in Python you can't really create manual objects. In languages like JavaScript, you could easily create, you could make manual objects without using classes. But in Python you can't do that. But there's a workaround for that. Okay, so let's name this object. Okay, this will be a dictionary. Okay, I'm pretty sure you understand what I mean now. So here we can have like properties of an object. Okay, so let's say maybe this object is a person object. Let's rename this to person. And now what does a person have? A person has a name. Okay, name, that will be, let's do, how about Alex. Okay, and then we also have an age. That will be, Oh, and by the way, you must surround this with inverted commas or else it won't work. And age, let's do something like um 26. Yeah, that's a good age. Okay. Now, person also has the eat method, or person can eat, right? A person can eat. So we are going to define an eat method. So eat, and we are going to define a method. So we are going to use lambda functions. Okay, lambda, and this will not return, this will not take any parameter, this will just print, you could use I am eating. You see where I'm going with this? Now this is basically kind of like an object only. Okay, now we can use this method, so let's use this. So we can print some properties, print person, and we will do the age method. Person, let's do the name first, name, and then person age. Okay, we will print that. Okay, so let's run this. So our person name is Alex and his age is 26. Now we are going to use the eat method, the most exciting part. Okay, so person dot, sorry, not dot, okay, like this, so eat, and then you add brackets after that. So this will be basically a function only. Okay, let's run this. I am eating. Now this is very cool already. You could create objects without using classes, using dictionaries. You could also use arrays for like numbered names. So like instead of name you would have a number like 0. It is the index. Okay, but the dictionary is more like the object. Okay, now you can also pass parameters, so we can have like a name parameter, name. Okay, print, we will use an f string, and we will print here name is eating. So we could pass here, any name like Ojas, and let's call this now Ojas is eating. Very cool, right? Or you could also have like you could also pass the dictionary again. So you could pass person dot, we are going to use his name. Oh, no, it's not dot, it is name. Okay, now let's run this again. Okay, so Alex is eating. This is already very cool. Now the only like downside of this is that you can't use self here. You can't be like self dot name. This won't really work. Okay, and you won't really be able to, you can also, you can, if you try to pass self as a parameter and then do self like this, I don't think this will work. Name, I'm pretty sure this won't work. Okay, let's save this. Now let's run this, and as you could see it won't work. Okay, string indices must be an integer, not a string. Okay, now if you'd like tried 0, let's see what would have happened. So you tried 0, A is eating. So here what is happening is that we are actually using self as 0. So self, I think, meaning that this will first check the first property, the first thing that was defined. If I had age over here, so like if we did oops, no, okay, that is not working, so I'm just going to do it in a normal way. Command X, Command V, And now if you do this, I'm pretty sure this will also be A only. Okay, so this would be 2, or I think. So let's run this again. A is eating. Now this is a phenomenon that I don't really understand. So let's undo this all. So Control Z, Z, Z. Oh, it's Command C. Forget I'm living in Mac. Okay. Yes. So now this will not work because actually right now you see self is actually being passed as an parameter over here. If we remove this, this won't work. Yep. The self is actually only used in classes and not in dictionaries, sadly. Okay. So now that is it. Name. Let's make it back to name. Okay, let's rename it back. Name. This is also a string. Okay, I think you can't use annotations in Lambda. So that's what I wanted to show you today. Yeah, and actually I almost forgot. There's actually a second way of doing this. Okay, you can actually define uh you could actually define just a function that is empty. So basically an empty function. This will pass, like this will just pass. Okay, this now we could use this empty function because these functions in Python are actually a first class object. So what we could do is we could have some person object, same example, let's do it again, which will be empty. Okay, now this is not recommended. I do not recommend this to you. This can cause errors. Okay, so what we could do now is we could set person dot name is equal to, let's do Alex again. Okay, and person dot eat function, let's add an eat function. This will be a lambda function that will just return print I am eating. Okay, now if we try this, I'm pretty sure this will not really work that much. So let's try it. Person dot eat. Okay, let's use the eat function first, then we will do anything. Okay, and we can also print some function. So print, let's print the person dot name. Okay, this won't really work. This is really not recommended. I'm telling you, this will cause an error or something. Well, it does not, thankfully. But yeah, this is not recommended. This is very error prone and this is not recommended. Okay, even though it looks like it is working, I'm pretty sure if you use this method, it will be very hard for you. You will find very many problems. Okay, also you could also do many tests too with this, like you could do many things. Okay, this is like, so these are the two things I wanted to share with you all, guys. Okay, I know now I'm going to talk about why haven't I been able to send videos for a very long time. Okay, so first of all, I went out of station for most of the time, so that's why mostly wasn't able to send you any videos, upload content. Okay, now that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below what should I do next. Okay, and have a nice day. Bye.